Do you believe in abortion after birth? Would you support that?
I believe in whatever the woman wants to choose to do, that's her choice.
At any point of the child's life?
At any point of the lady's life, that's her choice.
To kill another person's body?
It's going to always be her choice.
Even after the baby's born?
It's always her choice.
So if they're 2 years old?
It's always her choice.
I can kill my 2-year-old?
It's a woman's right to choose.
To kill their child at any point?
It's a woman's right to choose.
God damn it! The plan was orchestrated, well coordinated, logging data, say they born and raised you with a fallen nature, forward thinker, soul over scrolls. The law was tainted. My aim is try to keep the same verse. Like your daughter dating, knuckleheads coming up with bread on the corner pacing. Caught when I was sacred, baby in a blanket, broad and naked, ancient as some Sanskrit on the canvas. Just before they painted, mortgage payments, bring your brain a lifestyle. Then the mortgage take it, call a spade native, altered in this off bed.
This enchanted lullaby.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is, and each person should find that truth out for his or herself.
This enchanted lullaby. This enchanted lullaby.
Know what? Global family, look in the mirror. I want you to take a good look. You are the champion, the hero of your story. No matter how much praise you may give some of us who may help you on this journey, it is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Tony, again, I give you accolades for, I don't even know what to say, for all the efforts, man, that you put in my behalf.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is.
It is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Person should find that truth out for his or herself.
To help you see.
For his or herself.
Greetings, everyone. I hope that you are doing well within your space and time. I mentioned time. There is only 1,440 minutes in a day. No matter what your belief system is or who you may pray to, you are not going to get even 1 minute more added to your life. So use your time wisely. Many of you send in questions, you all make comments, and we take note of all of them. And so many of those comments and questions are integrated into classes, into the different podcasts, and so on and so forth. So if something is on your mind that you don't want to verbally speak on, send us that question or make that comment either in the YouTube comment section, or there's links that you can go to the website and send it to us directly. So this piece here for you all is called Cosmic Water and Earth Biscuits. So first, the moment one starts to think outside of oneself to give your energy to something external, one has already lost whatever this power they think is residing within hidden. It doesn't mean one can't or won't achieve certain feats. It's weirdo trickery of one's own mind to tied to belief and or faith in deities that is contradicted by the evidence of other people achieving the same or greater without that belief at all. It's like, for example, one may say, this apple over here is my God, and my God allows me to be the best in life. And yet you see someone who doesn't believe in apples at all, period. And yet they're doing as good as you or better. That's a contradiction. Now, that person who believes in that apple would end up saying, oh, no, it's because that person believes in demons. That's why. As a method to belittle someone else, to trick themselves, though, that what they're doing is right and that they are making that right choice. Okay? Second, if you have the obsession with praying to something external of you, it is in your genetics. Everyone does not have this obsession to pray to something external. This obsession with a messianic figure to appear and save them from something or give them permission to do it. I've studied this extensively for years and have found the exact genetic line that does this. And this genetic line has mixed with a lot of the populace in varying dilutions. It's like in those documentaries, you will see when natives on a remote island are visited by modern day people coming by airplane. Instead of seeing this person who came off the airplane as a person who just came off of something, which may be out of this world to comprehend, in many of these cases, they would pray to them, create effigies of them or their devices of these entities that have come to save them from the stars and or sent by gods. What is this nonsense and why? Because guess what? There are tribes who do not do this. They see them as people, just like the rest of us, with just fantastic machines that follow their commands. There is a difference. Know this difference. Next, we know the moon waxes and wanes. The moon's changes causes tides to go low or high. This also causes the tides within you to wax and wane. These changes become noticeable and evident during the full moon, even to those who are in a state of limbo. People make comments, which many of us have heard, such as, people are acting crazy today, like they have lost it, etc. Almost as if the lunar effects bring one into a state of lunacy. Many of us here have noticed that, right? On full moons. It's like people start to veer off from their conscious mind. Here's a definition of lunacy: the state of being a lunatic, insanity, extreme folly, or eccentricity. Women are affected quite a bit more than men concerning the lunar cycles. What is being affected are the waters within very specific areas of the brain. This causes the fluid within these areas to wax and wane, meaning pushed and pulled in ways that can lead to visionary states, collective hallucinations, which can be visual, audible, tactile, or all three and more. Men are affected to a lesser degree by this specifically, as their frontal lobe keeps them in a conscious mind, which is affected more by the activity of the sun. So men are affected more by the sun, women more by the moon. This leads us to the next portion, cosmic water. The wind blows around us. It seemingly comes from everywhere, but nowhere. You see birds flying in the sky as groups, and they all on a pin drop dive and ascend, twist, and turn. Everything around us is waxing and waning, pushing and pulling, coming closer, and then taking a few steps back, like a dance, a waltz. The coming waters around us, the cosmic waters around us, which for most are unseen, but for those who are sensitive enough, it can be felt. These waters which can feel more like an energy lay over and above our plane of existence. There are times in our existence where the energy is pushing towards us, which in itself would be difficult to detect, but it can be seen in the manifestations it creates, such as abundance in every sector of humanity. What humanity can think of, it will have a higher chance to be. Think a golden age. There are other times in our existence where the energy is pulling away from us, which for most would seem like lack and despair, lack of creating, lack of opportunity, etc. But this isn't true, because people in these times look at something pulling away as meaning having less of, when the pulling always creates its own form of abundance. There is no lack, just perceived lack, as the realm itself is doing nothing and always in balance, or trying to stay in balance based on what these entities are doing. Let me say this has nothing to do with the games being played by the entities running countries and causing problems. Many times they are not in alignment with the cosmic waters, purposely, and it's purposeful to throw everyone off energetically. If the realm is going up, they go down. If the realm is going down, they go up. If everyone is supposed to be quiet so all will see the celestial event sponsored by the heavenly host, they will have all being rambunctious and unaware. Lastly, you are like a biscuit, an earth biscuit that has already been dipped in the cosmic waters. Regardless of what is done to your mind or your body, the waters still reside within, which as a river already have a path. These paths that are carved out within will seem like pathways of light. These pathways of light can become brighter or dim based on your activities as well as a few external factors. The brighter the paths, the more evident your internal gifts will show without you even doing anything. They will manifest in your day-to-day life as you become brighter. But if one strives for it, pushes for it to be in each quadrant of the life, then you are creating purposeful intent. This purposeful intent leads to you causing waxes and wanes within you. Depending how strong these waxes and wanes happen around you, it affects the greater waters. As all is one and the same, as above, so below, as below, so above. How is this known, you may ask? How is this even possible? Well, for over 6 years during the superhuman classes, which were purposely created to show exactly this, with 100% proof of it in action, to show you what is possible if certain techniques are done and more, because many of you have attended the class and have achieved this in your own way. Even though I am no longer teaching these specific classes in public spaces, only private engagements, we have an upcoming class in Atlanta where I'll be showing you how to activate, if it's not your innate psychic abilities, and for those who are already activated, ways to strengthen it with multiple experiments and group exercises. As many have heard me say over the years, you can't say no one was around to help those who are willing to help themselves. Trying to show you, if willing, the way the reality operates, and so on and so forth. This choice has always been yours. And because many of you are making the correct choice for your existence, as well as your families and friends, we are here. We appreciate your continued patronage and always look forward to when the galactic family meets up once again in the flesh. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Take care.
Well, me and my coworker got talking today, and something came up that I didn't really think about when my dad mentioned it to me. He's worked in the agriculture industry for over 40 years. This year, farmers are being offered 1.5 times the value of their crops to destroy them. They're also being told by the federal government they will not receive subsidies for farming if they refuse to destroy their crops. What does that mean? That means that the farmer cannot afford to provide you with food based upon the taxes the government is levying on him if the government doesn't in turn give him back his tax money to provide you with food. Kind of a fucked up system, but that's how it works. And, well, they're not going to subsidize them if they don't destroy the crops. They'll pay them more than what it's worth, and they want them to destroy it, and they'll still get their subsidies. They're trying to create a food shortage. We've got 8 months to get our own food supply. We're probably going to be facing mass starvation.
Is it true that the government is paying farmers to destroy their crops? And the simple answer to that is yes, they are.
Initially heard about the government paying farmers to destroy their crops, I thought it was a load of bullshit. Well, lo and behold, we received our destruction notice the other day. So basically there was two options on how to destroy the crop. The government could fly on Agent Orange, or we could manually destroy the crop ourselves. Oh, we put too much blood, sweat, and tears in it to let them destroy it, so we decided to manually do it ourselves. Basically, it said if we used a lawnmower to destroy the crop, we could receive an extra $600 an acre. Something about the low carbon footprint or something. So that's what we're doing.
I got my letter yesterday. The letter asking you to destroy some crop. Along with the letter, I had to sign for a certified package, which included these two binders, and then of course this 3-ring binder on how to properly dispose of your crops. And as you can tell, it's on government paper. And as you can tell, this here is the affected area in my section of the county, closest town, and of course you can't run away even if you live. So from the county tracts, then they break it down into these individual farm tracts that you have to destroy. And you can see the crop or the field.
This is the second machine that I dropped off here for the local farmers. Just want to show you a little bit of each drum. You got 4 of these drums, 2 on each side. Now you can imagine the damage they can do, not counting the blade which you can set down. So this will be the first field that we take care of. So all we're going to do is mash everything into the ground. Then I'm going to go pick up some steel plates, lay them across the road plates, so we can get the machines over there, start on that farm. So the farmers got paid by the government. I don't understand what it's all about, but they got paid. Now they hired us to come in here and just destroy whatever we can. I don't understand how it all works, but we're already paid for a certain amount of time. You can hear the first machine already running out there. So when you hear them farmers saying they're getting paid to destroy everything, they ain't bullshitting y'all. Y'all better start paying attention.
Well, what you saw right there ought to concern you. I was doing exactly what I was told via a letter I got last night in the mail from the Department of Hydrocarbons. They said in order to stabilize oil prices, they need a bunch of oil just dumped. And not dumped on the market, just dumped on lease roads and field roads and things like that. So I'm hooked up to that oil tank, going straight into my truck to get rid of it. Well, I'm going to get fined if I don't get rid of it, they said. So that prompted me to call District Selectman Tony Deloge and ask him about this letter. He said he didn't know much about it, but he would suggest that I follow whatever it says. So here we go. You know, these are some serious times right now. Since January, oil prices have been through the roof. I'm seeing more and more farmers on TikTok saying that the government's paying them to kill their fields. Agent Orange, I saw a guy with a lawnmower mowing down beans, getting paid to do it. They're controlling food. Now they're going to control energy. I don't understand why this is going on. But I tell you what, if they control food and they control energy, what freedom do you have left? Man,
just comply. I don't know what to tell you. Bye.